Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and I've been searching for reviews for this pressure washer, that is the Bennett Read XTR2000 high pressure washer, which is I think a South African brand. Not yet to actually see. I've just seen the 1400 one, the XTR 1400, but not the 2000. So anyway, this was bought in a game store, and it has a 2 years warrant. That is, one is local, depending on where you bought it. For me, I have a warrant for 1 year at game store. Then the other one will be online, as you can see it's written over there. Now I kind of assembled it, then I deassembled it, and I noticed there's something that might be problematic to remove, so I'll do as much as possible to make it easier for you to install this. So the first thing is, you'll notice that this comes separate, and usually they come inside this wrapper over here. And by the way, just to remind you, always follow the guide. Always read that user manual. It's very important, by the way. And don't forget to also check whether it has this. I'll explain what it's used for, but mostly you'll see over here there's something over here, like more of like a hole. It's not a SIM card, because some people might think it's a SIM card remove tool. So it's used to unblock such kind of things. You'll notice that all of them have something like a hole, so it's used to unblock that. So anyway, always make sure you read the manual before you do anything. And apart from that, I think it should be well. So the only thing that I think you should find on your box is that is what you should find in your box, minus, inclusive of this, which is supposed to be part of that. The rest is usually assembled well, but we will continue. So the first thing you need to note is, one, there's the gun over here. There's this, which needs to be connected to this. Then two, there's this cable over here, which let me just explain. If you look at this is an inlet over here. This is where water comes from the tap or whatever source of water you have. It will come through here. Also take note that there is a filter or something that filters water. You need to make sure that it's there. If it's not, you need to go to the game, because if this is not in your washer, it means you'll be voiding a warrant in case there's any issues related to the compressor or whatever that is used to pump water over here. This actually is what is used to sieve out all the dirt from your water source. So if that is not there, kindly visit your shop or where you bought it, so you can actually do what is necessary. So you need to take this. This is actually what is used to maybe connect your water hose. So you can come connect that. That's easy peasy. Then the next thing, you come over here and just a minute. So you need to connect this, press it in, then you just need to, it's as simple as that. Then the next thing is connecting these two. So the first thing is making sure that comes over there. So the easiest way to connect this, let me just say this, the easiest way to connect this is always insert that, and then you press in. You press it in, and once you press it in, it should make it easier for you to screw this. So give me a minute to do that. Once you press it in, it makes it easier for you to now screw it in, just like that. Then we have this goes on top here, and as I told you, the easiest way is you need to press this in. Give me a minute. So as I said before, you need to make sure that you press in. Let me just give you a roughly good idea of what I did. So you have to press in the inner tube. Then once you press it in, you can now screw this in, making sure that it's tight. I've gotten a scenario where this actually pops out depending with how you tightened it. So you have to at least tighten it better. Then there are these two, this and this. These are just used on the side over here. You'll notice over here, and this was the first thing you should have installed actually. So this is usually installed on this side. All you just need to do is place it in and down. As you can see, similar to this, you'll have to install it on this other side like that, and I think that's it. Now you're left with these two and that. So by the way, you'll need to also organize the way this pipe is. So the best thing is to always make sure that because what happens is you need to figure out a way in which you're going to unwind all these cables and reorganize this cable. And you'll notice this is only an example of how you do this, but generally you need to sit and review how you're going to unwind and how this is going to be done. Once you finished wrapping them up like that, you'll need to connect these two sets of nozzles. Do I call them nozzles, or so that this is actually depends on what you're trying to do. The one you see with this kind of, let me just separate them. The one you see that looks like this is what they recommend for washing cars. This is actually friendly to surface that has paint or sensitive. So this is what they use in regards to that. While as the other one, surfaces that are a bit rough, like the floor, cabro, and the likes. So this is what they recommend for that. You can still use it for your car, but it's at your own risk. This is what they use for anything related to like a car or something like that. So all you just need to do is connect it up here, and it's easy. Let me just say it will be easy if you come, put it in, and make sure you press it in, and there you go. So this is how you connect your gun, your nozzle. Make sure that it's in, then you can now turn it, and there you go, it doesn't fall. Now the next bit of it is making sure that you are now connected, you connect it to power, and then we can now use it. But before that, I would like to maybe explain 1, 2, 3 things about this cable. So this part, remember we installed this part initially, and its work, per my guess, is to make sure that your cable is properly, properly stored. When you're storing it, you're able to properly put your cable in order, so that at least you do not have any problems related to the cable entanglements and the likes. So without ado, make sure first of all, go through that manual, and then once you've gone through that manual, you can actually then come and use this. And I think for that, these bits, I don't know what they are for, but I know I have been using them for a while for storage. You can actually store them like that, and makes it easy for you to move like that. Anyway, let's now go and test and see how this works. And before I go, this section is usually installed, pre-installed, so I don't think there's anything that you'll need to do, but you can fill it up with some soap, as you can see. Then make sure that you return the knob the way it was previously, so that you can now do that. So the only thing that I'll now need to do is come, put my water inlet at this point, that is from a tap, pump or whatever, and then you can now use it. So let's go outdoors. So before I finish this video, one thing you need to put your pipe or whatever inlet or water source. This is where you actually place it. There's something that is missing on my part that I need to look for, that actually helps me easily plug in to my pump over here, and then from there connect your power. Make sure that you are able to adjust this wire based on your height or where you're going to be using it, and happy use of this machine. So thank you for watching my channel. Subscribe.